Well, I'm up on a rooftop of a McDonald's today. They gave me a call, said a couple of their units aren't working. They have several thermostats downstairs. Don't know which one goes to which unit. Two of them have no display. Got a few Yorks up here and one Linux, so I'm trying to figure out what is what and what's not working for what reason. This is a great use of a day. So I'm trying to figure that out and show y'all any interesting things in there. Our first York down there was seemed fine for a preliminary check. It was having no call for cooling or heating. It did have power. But when I came down to this one, I see the breaker is off. So we're going to do a little poking around to figure out why that breaker is off and try to figure out what happened. I have the Supco megaohmmeter hooked to the bottom of the compressor contactor. That is not an overwhelming sign of wonderfulness. So I'm going to go check some of the major components to see what I think. Well, we have the compressor hooked up here. It's the chassis of the unit. Let's see how we do. Not too good, buddy. Not too good. Looks like this sucker has crapped the bed. So I'm going to test the unit without the compressor hooked up and see what kind of reading we get now. So we got our compressor over there. Once I isolated the rest of the unit, the compressor showed to be the bad section. So we have one grounded compressor so far. There's our heater compartment. All of our fuses there. I'm going to go ahead and test this compartment to see if there's any electrical problems here. Then I can shut it back on so they can have the electrical heat. All of our fuses are squared away. The ones up top here passes through here down into the area where it distributes them to two separate devices. One set of fuses goes to the heater. Another set of fuses goes up here to the contactor for the compressor. The fuses didn't blow when the compressor grounded, but the main breaker tripped. So all the fuses are okay. I'm going to isolate the heater and make sure it's okay, and then we're going to section off the compressor and restart the unit on electric. I have the power back onto the unit. I isolated the compressor. Of course, the breaker's staying on now. And now I found that the voltage is stopping for low voltage here at the fuse. So I got to open up the panel and reset the fuse. Evidently there was a issue there. It might have tripped at the same time for some reason. I'm not sure. We're going to set it back and see if it stays pulled in or whether or not we have a shorted relay somewhere. We have our lead set up. I have one on the common side of the transformer. See, we have 26.6 volts at the top side of the fuse switch. I went ahead and pushed it in on the other side, and now have it on the bottom. We actually have 26 volts on the bottom too. So no short. I'm not sure why it tripped. There's no telling. Could have been because of this whole compressor thing, I guess. Wasn't really here when that happened, so it had to actually be here. But I'm gonna go downstairs and see if our thermostat display is back and I can turn this thing on in electric heat. Alright, I have my 43 amps of heat strips running now. Blower running. Nothing there. As you see, the unit shaking, being on, so that one is on and good to go. So the McDonald's people will be nice and warm now. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.